the band?
My name is Flo Meunier, and I play in a band called Cryptopsy.
How was the reaction to the Unspoken King at this point, now a few months into the cycle?
I haven't really checked as of late on sites or forums, what have you. It seems to have gone pretty positively since people have seen Matt live, and I see him do all the old stuff. So yeah, I guess I'm not hearing too much feedback, so maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. It didn't really happen very often. A few times you'd hear Lord Worm being shouted out and stuff like that, but very rarely. So actually, what happened a lot was after shows, people would come up to him and apologize, shake his hand and apologize. I said, "Oh, you can do it." I wasn't sure, but whatever. I guess he proved himself. So.
Are you surprised about the initial backlash against the album?
A little bit, but I mean, I know where people are coming from. But to me, it's not a huge change because it's been a progression, and I kind of knew what was coming up and stuff like that. So as far as I'm concerned, I just have it's been a pleasure working with Matt so far, and so because he's such a professional, he has such a good voice, and he can do pretty much anything. So I just find it really cool, and if people don't, that's their opinion, and others do. So a lot of stuff. I mean, too much to start I guess mentioning, and I don't really remember exactly some of the stuff that was said, but I mean, I didn't hear a lot of things, and that I'm controlling the band and stuff like that, and yeah, it's kind of true. I just whatever. I mean, people don't know what situation we're in, don't know what where our mindset is necessarily. So people are quick to judge, and that's all good. You can judge positively and negatively, and it's everybody's entitled to their opinion. So, but I've heard some funny stuff. So.
Certain influences that people aren't necessarily aware of are bands like Candiria, I guess.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about what that band meant to you, in what ways they influenced you.
Well, I mean, we toured a few times with Candiria, and personally, I mean, they're great guys, and we just had a lot of fun. And musically, they're just incredible. I mean, they're not from this world, and just having really odd time grooves and really stuff that just has touch to it and feel to it is quite important in music in general. And they've been trying to put that idea forth for a long time. And some people understand it, some people unfortunately don't. But it's complete talent, and to make something sound smooth that's really hard to play is very hard. So that's kind of the mind frame that we had, because there's a lot of odd timing on the album that people really don't get because they're not counting like we have to count to play it. But I mean, very, very inspirational band, totally.
Who are some people who you'd like to thank since the album's come out?
Thank is all the people the industry that's been supporting it, the musical instrument industry side of it, who really understand the stuff that's going on. I wouldn't say that I hate anybody, but people that criticize without a point, or that insult or bash really harshly, should just check themselves a little bit. You know what I mean? And check out how much we've done in the past for metal, and realize that that's not something that one should forget just because one album isn't necessarily to your liking. So no hating, just doing my own stuff, with Cryptopsy.
Do you believe in conspiracies at all?
Yeah, some conspiracy. I mean, but it depends what kind you're talking about. UFOs, JFK. I don't know. I mean, I just heard a lot of things, and I heard that the documents were supposed to come out last year, and nobody's heard or seen them. So I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things that people don't know, but people like to assume and talk. It could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. I take and leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To any theory that's not proven or what have you, and even stuff that supposedly is proven, that's left up to interpretation as well. So 9/11 is kind of sketchy, But then again, who am I to say what happened? So, I just, I like to hear things, and then use my better judgment to make of it what I think, So,
What's it like being a father?
It's tough because I'm on the road a lot. But when I'm home with them, it's the most rewarding thing ever. So, it's very cool.
Advice you can give to musicians, people who have kids?
Just be down to earth. Be yourself. Try to be cool. Try to be positive as much as possible.
Any other issues that are bugging you?
There's tons of things that bug me, but
What are a couple of the things that really kind of got you for years?
For years?
That you're fixated on?
Oh yeah, I think the internet's just killing the industry right now. Downloading is just killing record labels, which people would think, well, maybe that's a good thing, but in turn, it's actually killing the bands as well. So that kind of bothers me. And before the internet, well, it was the record labels that bothered me. So it's a no-win situation. It's hard when you put out, so much effort, so much work into something, and there's meager rewards for it, So, other than that, I'm all cool.
What's your stance on drugs?
I don't do them, so, but those who do, I don't care. It's their business. So.
Your stance on pornography?
Pornography? It's great. Yeah, pornography's fun, man. People take it a little bit too seriously sometimes, but it seems to be a great industry. So maybe that's the next thing. Porno album for Cryptopsy.
Is that right? Fast or slow?
Both. You have to accelerate the images though in the fast parts. It'd be fucking hilarious. You're gonna get smoke coming out of the ass and shit like that. It'd be cool.
And I guess lastly, things you're looking forward to in the future. Ways that perhaps society could change to be better. People could change.
In general, just be more open-minded, I guess, and try to support things that you believe in. And positivity as a whole, it's nice to see people that think positively and not negatively all the time, and it just, I don't know. It's hard to say. Just looking forward to playing music and, doing the dad thing, and we'll see what happens after that.
So there are so many bands now who are getting this, this hype, this instant credibility for you writing super fast albums. They can't do it live because they can't play their instruments. They can barely play their instruments.
Okay.
Does it affect you at all that these bands are getting credibility as real death metal artists?
It doesn't really bother me because I know the truth, but no, I really don't care. I really like to do my own thing, you know what I mean? And whatever happens around, but I don't really have time to waste on that kind of stuff.
So what is the truth?
I don't know. Some bands can, some bands can't. I mean, I don't have any bands in mind in particular, but I mean, some are real musicians and some aren't. But it's always been like that in the industry, so it's not going to change.
You'll always be on top in terms of professionalism, technicality.
It's, we get we're Canadian, we get discarded. It's the Canucks, whatever, But it's all good, man. We just do our shit. That's all.